The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Allstar JR in the building. My guy.
How you
Welcome to the
feeling,
show,
my
man.
dog? Just getting it in with you, man. About time.
About
we
time.
overdue for this one.
We got a shout out to Mod Davis. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
we
saying?
got to shout out my putting this together for sure.
And you got him on the project with you.
Yeah. That's my dude, man. So I had he played a big role in the project, so it felt good to have my bro be a part of that for real.
How long you and Ahmad been rocking with each other?
It been like 2 years, going on like 3 years now, just locked in. Like, and he had helped so much. Like, that's really my dude. So that felt good just to have that moment with bro.
Right. I feel like, yo, he's been in the back, like, he's been in my ear for so long to make this happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've been with it, too. He hit me, I forgot when he first hit me, but he hit me ways back. And he sent me, he's like, yo, I got this artist out of Detroit. I want to get him on the show. Bing, bang, boom. And then I was like, yeah, I'm with it. And then I just think the travel stuff got moved around. But I think you had just did, like, No Jumper at the time.
Mm.
And he was like, yeah, he just did No Jumper, have him on the show. And I'm like, I'm with it. But now we finally got you in New York,
Yeah, we
man.
in here now.
How you been?
So, I've been good since I landed down here. I've just been running around working, like, for real. Like, you know, New York don't stop.
Right, man.
Like, sun up, sun down, anything in between is going. So I just been running around, knocking stuff out. But I'm in a good flow. Got around here, so, like, right now, we working on this next project, still pushing OC too. You know, just knocking it out for real.
You already working on you already thinking about the next one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the one after that. It don't stop. Like, the one after that, like, we just got to stay in motion.
I think that's what I love about Empire artists, because I feel like whenever I have Empire artists on here, they like, I got the last one out. I'm already thinking about the next one.
Yeah, because, like, we just live in a time where it be over so quick, even if it's good. Like, I think people be getting it twisted, thinking like, no, it seemed like nothing lasts. Not even the best stuff. It's like everybody's attention span just shorter and shorter. So it's like you gotta produce. Like, that's just the climate we in, whether it's content, just music, straight out, anything. Like, you just gotta produce.
Isn't that weird to be like, even the best music doesn't last?
Yeah, that's crazy. I was having a conversation with one of my homeboys about it, like, because sometimes we get caught up, like, when we making a project, we just trying to, like, craft something so amazing. And one day it just hit me. I'm like, bro, they not even gonna take it in like that, probably. Like, the people who will, but, like, that's just not the climate we in.
Well, tell me this. When it comes to like making music, then it's like, but you still want to create music that, you know, becomes timeless.
No, that don't mean, no, it was one of those things, like, don't
Overthink it.
don't overthink it when maybe you don't get the feeling that you thought you was gonna get, because overall they just not giving that feeling out no more. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just talking about the fans in general, because everybody just get over everything so quick.
Yeah.
So that's more so like, because you always got to create at your highest level, but don't, like, get fucked up about it when it's like, damn, they didn't say this is the greatest shit I ever did. Like, because that's not even, it's like, I don't even think people listening to music the same no more. I think, like, it's really just entertainment. Like, I don't think people even going into albums and shit no more, expecting, like, a classic. Look at how the word get through around. You feel me? So
Yeah. Even like, especially since streaming has come around, people don't even like take the time to even just sit there and listen to full bodies of work.
No, they'll listen to your shit on shuffle.
I hate that shit though.
Like, that's the craziest shit. Like, do you just watch a movie like that? Like, like just like, I'm gonna go back to this part. Let me see. Oh, it's a sex scene right here. Let me see what's going on right here.
Right.
I get the plot later. You see everybody dying there. You're like, all right, now why did this happen? Like, that shit.
I think that's why Adele was mad like a ways back, because I think there was like a shuffle option on her album, and she made on Spotify, and she made a whole big thing about it, because she's like, you're not supposed to consume my body of work like on shuffle.
Yeah.
Like, there's a sequence for a reason. That's like, okay, for example, with your project, with like Ahmad's interludes, like, they're in that order for a reason.
You can't just, you might play one of them and it don't got nothing to do with the next song. Or like nothing to do with like the flow, because you done listen to 18 at 1 and 1 at 6 and you just done threw everything everywhere.
crazy.
That's the climate we in.
It's crazy. And also, like, I think I remember when one specific time that comes to mind is it was around the time, like, I think Meek's Championship album came out.
Mhm.
And someone, like, it was the album came out in December. We were in January. And I was at the radio station. And someone was like, oh, yeah, that album old. I'm like, old? I'm like, it came out a month ago.
Yeah.
What you mean that shit old? I'm still listening to it. I
That-
just found my new favorite song off that shit. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's crazy because you'll still be really digesting it, but people already be moved on.
Right.
Like, you better roll with it or roll the fuck over. Like,
Right.
you just gotta produce. And like, I think what happens is the people who still care like that, they gon' care like that. But I don't think like the population of those people is big as it used to be.
Yeah, one of my friends said I'm weird because I be listening to albums when I drive. I don't just listen to singles. So right, like I put your album on,
Yeah.
I'll just listen to it from even if I got a favorite song on it, like I'll just listen to it from top to bottom because of the fact that it's just I don't know. This is what I like to do. I used to do that with the Migos' albums. I did that with like Cole's albums, like any project or body work that I'm like, oh, I like this artist. I'm gonna just throw that shit on.
Just
and
listening to music like normal.
Yeah.
Type shit.
and find like a new favorite song like, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be like, oh, I like this song today. Run that shit back 5 or 6 times, and tomorrow I might like this song. Run that shit back 5 to 6 times. You never
And
know.
I think you just gotta with albums, you do need to give them time. Sometimes, like the week it drop, you might not be in the mood for real.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might have to revisit it. Like, but I find myself falling into it. Sometimes I hear them first 4 songs off your shit.
Yeah, I'd be like that too.
Yeah, like
You're not in the right energy to listen to this yet.
Yeah. So it's just like about letting it sit longer, but it seems like people in their mind they just decided they don't got time to do that no more.
Yeah. I feel like that's how it was with SZA's album. Like everybody loves SZA's album. That's not me saying I don't like it. It's just that like I get like 5 songs in and I'd be like, all right, I'm cool. I like those first 5 songs.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to mentally get past that barrier. And I don't know if I'm just not in the space to listen to it.
Yeah, and then next month, when everybody talking about it's old, you finally really getting into it, getting into the meat of it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that shit just go to like the way the world going, like everything just quicker.
Right.
Like, we got access to everything fast as fuck. Like you can literally hop on fucking Amazon right now and prime something that might get here like by like 5 in the morning. So like we just got access to everything so much faster. We can get so much more of everything. It seemed like. So I think that make people think it's the norm. Well, it is the norm now. That's what we done made it. Like that is the norm. Like give it to us now. Like you dropped last week, all right, drop this week.
Right, like I think of it and kind of to relate it to shout out Trash Magazine, but like even with like drill music is very much like one and done quick shit. You know what I'm saying? There's well certain drill artists have projects, but like even the way that it's being served to you, you feel me? It's like one record and then that's it. And like those fans are getting used to one-off music, and then those fans are also on TikTok, so they're getting used to 10 to 15-second sounds. So I feel like in a way too, like even the way that they think about how consuming music, like I'm 26, but like how a 16-year-old thinks about consuming music is so completely different. Like they probably don't give a fuck about albums. Like they just want to hear their favorite 10 to 15 seconds off a TikTok song.
Yeah, and that's crazy because then it's like, is that shit even? I don't know. Is that like even listening to the music? Like that's weird. Like
Yeah.
Cause like just seeing this shit where like it be stuff like on TikTok where the song going crazy on TikTok, like you said, 10, 15-second sound. And then like artists might have a show. Everybody just looking crazy until that 10 to 15 seconds happen. And then it's just right back to everybody looking crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's wild to me. So I think it is pros and cons to it. It be like it seems like artists don't really get to build out real like bases like that though.
Like a fan base.
Yeah, especially if it start like that.
Right. I feel like because it's kind of funny because like I've been talking a lot about the Detroit sound recently, right? And kind of how that's become like this. Like I feel like Detroit and Memphis have become these two sounds in America that are starting to transcend the cities. You feel me? Like both have always had a sound in the culture and in hip hop, but lately, like I haven't noticed like people in Philly rapping over kind of like Detroit type beats.
Yeah.
I started noticing some New York rappers starting to do it, and I'm so it's kind of like the way that how like New York kind of adapted like the trend of like the UK drill music, but now it's kind of like same thing with Philly and club. Like I just find it interesting how like that sound is now kind of starting to translate more over to the East Coast and becoming more of like a broader sound for other artists too.
I think honestly because it's something about it that just, if you an artist, it just feel good. Like, especially like with it being a lot of street artists too. Like, a lot of it is like it's easy to consume depending on production. Like, so it's just so much easier for artists to feel like, oh, I can rap on this. It's not. It just make you feel like talk your shit. Like
Right.
I can just rap. Like where, like it might not feel as intricate to the naked ear, but like if you know what you're doing, you know it's just like it's real intricate. It is a science to it and stuff because like I think a lot of the world feel like they making like Detroit type shit, but then truthfully that's not even like that's more like the Flint shit.
Right.
Like, that's literally what the rest of the world, like, shout out to all my Flint niggas, Rio, Louis, Mike, all them niggas. Like, the world is more so adapting to their sound. Like, they shit super up tempo. Like, how the bass line just is how it is. Like, our sound, it's like, it's a little bit more distinct, like, in a whole different way. Like, that's just a whole nother conversation, a whole nother misconception, because everybody like, oh, this the Detroit sound, and they're like, no, not for real. That's really the Flint sound. And they turned that shit up to the max in the world, running with their sound, like for real, for real.
Yeah, but I still think it's cool how like everything's just kind of evolved. Like even you as an artist, just evolving from project to project too.
Yeah, like being from there. Not to say you get tired of it, but you want to experiment.
Of course.
So like shit, that's my base. So it's like I'm always gonna want to do that. Always be fuck with that type of shit. But like as a musician, it's like, all right, I want to try something different. What I sound like on this, like just growing it all the way out too, and it helps like for us, like coming out to New York, working with other artists, like adapting to their sound, like now I might have something like, okay, no, I could play it like this, add elements of y'all music to mine and stuff like that. So it all worked hand in hand, but I definitely think with us, our shit was just it feel like it's so easy to consume. It feel good. It's up tempo. It's like young turnt shit. So it's just like it's perfect for right now.
Right, and it's only like a matter of time before like everybody else is like, all right, cool, I like that. That's a sound. We all gonna start running with that shit too.
Yeah, that's just how it go.
This is how it goes. Like it's kind of like just the cycle of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is all gonna repeat itself.
Right.
After this shit happen, some shit that happened before probably gonna happen again.
Right.
Like, that's just how it goes, especially in rap.
Right. And rap, everything kind of just ends up coming back around just in a different way. Like drill music, just different form of gangster rap. You know what I
Bingo.
mean? It's like same shit.
Like for real, I think it's just so many more subgenres in rap. Now I wish they'd give rap more categories.
Me too, bro. I be saying that also.
Because everybody getting judged on this like crazy ass scale. And a lot of people are doing like totally different things.
Yeah.
But we all got this one occupation. You feel me? Like that's what the title say. Like, I don't think that's fair to the artist or the public. Because it be creating like dumbass debates and shit like that with people you shouldn't be comparing because they literally doing two totally different things. Like, think about it. We literally got rappers who actually kind of never rap.
Yeah.
Like,
They sing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But
this.
they're considered rappers.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like, so that's what make the whole space tricky.
Right.
Like, we need to break this shit down into some more groups so everybody can, because it's like, think about it, it's one championship. That's like a bunch of football teams trying to get the NBA Finals trophy too. Like, no, we need to split this shit up. Like, it need to be more groupings.
Yeah. I think it's like, because it's like if you just say hip hop, rap in general, like obviously the first thing that a lot of people think about is like, all right, how good can you rap? And then immediately people in their brain will compare you to like one of the greats. Whether it be Pac,
Yeah.
Biggie, whatever, like, you know, anybody, one of the greats from your city, one of the greats from Memphis, wherever you from, right? They automatically just think of that one person. And it's like, but you don't make the same music as that person.
Bingo.
Different style, different flow, different lingo. That was 20, 30 years ago. Like,
Bingo.
it's hard to compare. And that's why it's like, you know, like there's drill rap. There's like the SoundCloud type of rap with the electronic things in it. There's like people who are doing like trap metal and they like yelling on beats, but that's
Yeah.
still rap. Even though they like yelling and it's more like rock. You know, like it's weird because there's
It's
all this
weird.
other stuff going on in hip hop too.
And I think that's just because rap as a whole that's like the most accepting of different sounds and shit. I think. Just as out of any genre, I think rap is just more open to new shit.
Yeah. I think even though like the comments may not look like it on social media, the people who actually listen, people still be listening. You know what I'm saying? People could be like, it could be a completely different sound and people could not like it, right? Like it could be like the most like electronic-y sounding, rapping thing you ever heard in your life, right? And the comments will all be like trash, 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 trash. But that person could have 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify who love them.
And you honestly gotta remember this. Most smart people probably not saying dumb shit on the internet.
That's true.
Like, the people who is doing this shit, that's the space they in, and that's what they got time to do.
Right.
So I think sometimes, too, and even where artists fall into that, like, you more likely to have, like, especially with social media and shit, people who go come to enforce or reinforce how much they don't like you, as opposed to somebody who fuck with you. Like, I gotta keep telling you I fuck with you. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
Like, you feel me? So, like, even as artists, you gotta really block that type of shit out. Like,
I kind of look at it like if you post up like a reel of like some new music, right? And it's like you're always gonna have more likes than you do comments, because to me, like, the comment section is basically like half the time is like the dislike button. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's people in there like being like, oh, yo, this is fire, this is fire, this is fire. But then you probably have a ton of people who might not think it's fire, might not like it.
Yeah.
But then like you have all the people who just minded their business, going about their day. Yo, oh, Allstar post, that's fire. Double tap, and then they keep
going about my day.
Keep it pushing. Maybe listen to the song on
Like,
Apple.
you know, I might
have
have some. You know, I might have a fucking job, and I just seen it, and my fucking boss walked past or something. Like, you feel me? Like, everybody, even with like for me, for example, I always think about how a lot of my fans like really in the streets, like the type of niggas who my core demographic is probably not sitting on Instagram commenting on rapper shit, like just real shit. Like, so people gotta understand that. Like, I even see like in the space where how it's artists who literally don't got shit going on musically, streaming dead, dude. Like, you know it's dead, but they huge on social media, or like that shit don't mean nothing. Like, it's like everything about this shit done took away from like the actual job, which is making good music.
Right, just making good music, having fun with it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People make it deeper than it actually is.
Yeah, like, and overall, the people at the top is still kind of the people who make the best music. All this other shit going on, like, it's happening, but it give this illusion that you can bullshit your way to the actual top. And no, the actual top of this rap shit is still the people making good music.
Right, and even if you do try to like allow the young artists, young, brand new artists, be thinking that they can just bullshit their way to the top, but eventually, like, the bullshit like is only gonna get you so far in the game. Might get you a label deal, but then
You can bullshit your way into the crowd in rap.
Facts.
That's not even hard, because this shit's so close to like the ground in the street. Like, you could fuck around your way into the room, drop a couple songs, you can get in the crowd. But that's why it's so hard to get to the real top.
Yeah. To become like a Drake level artist is
like
it's not easy.
That top 5 to 9 artists, like, think about it, like, throughout history, that space just stay occupied for 10 and 15 years at a time. Like, it'd be long ass times. Like, so I think a lot of times artists just don't even understand what it really take for that type of shit. That shit really a lot. Like, the vast majority of us artists go be part of the crowd. And that's not bad at all. But I think people confuse the crowd with the top. Like they lit, but like they not at the top of their profession.
Yeah. You know, that like they're not on like that level, like kind of bringing it back to what we're talking about. Like when you think of certain cities or you start rapping, you compare yourself to certain artists like Hove or Pac or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you're part of the crowd, but you're not on that level.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, on some shit, like, the dude who never get off the bench for the Lakers, his NBA a little different than LeBron's.
Right.
Yeah, they both in that bitch, but his NBA is going a little different.
Yeah.
It could be of course, yeah, we flying on the same plane, we play in the same arena. Your locker, 3 lockers down, but it's so much intricate stuff going on in the day-to-day operations of like our occupation or what we got going on or benefits we may have. Like I'm sure, dude at the end of the bench, he has to find a way to get in touch with Adam Silver. LeBron go call him, like, yo. You know,
That's a good one. Nah,
you
that's
feel
good.
me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just real levels to this shit. Like a lot of dudes who people think like lit, like they may be lit, but in the grand scheme of like the real music biz, like people, the CEO of their label not even talking to you. Like, oh, they selling good. Like, all right, but y'all handle dealing with them. You
Yeah.
know, like it's levels, but I'm sure Drake can get in touch with whoever he want to get in touch with.
Right. Drake sent one DM.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah, he can do random unprofessional shit. You know, this is like an email business. Like, he DMing you, like, hey, like, it's just levels.
Yeah, it's just levels. That's a good point, man. Levels to this shit.
Big ones.
So what's coming next for you, bro? We got the project out now. New projects on the way.
Man, this year I'm just a heavy output of music, heavy content. I think we finally catching that festival run this year.
Dope.
So y'all go see me everywhere on the road this year. Probably touring like near the end of the summer.
Nice.
After this next project. My everything just in full effect. The merch booming. Got some more lifestyle products about to drop. Like everything just rocking for real. I'm locked in.
Word, man. Well, congrats on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro.
Happy we finally got to make this connection happen. You know what I'm saying? Happy we finally got to do this face to face.
Most definitely.
Freestyle out now, so go check that out. Project out now, so go check that out. Before we get out of here, let the people know where they can follow you. Anything else you want to let the fans know? Now is the time to do it. This camera right here.
Follow me at Allstar JR2724 on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that. OC2 out now, go stream that. Deluxe coming soon.
Yep.
Another project dropping right after that. Hit the Get a Bag store website. And y'all know what else to do. Get a bag.
Get a bag, man. There you go. Make sure you go run up that freestyle. Go show them some love. Go show them some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, on the radar. We out. Boom. I got it.